Okay, I'm going to try this video here in the classroom from the Elmo camera. Uh, in this in-class assignment, what you can be doing is sketching out these different roof plans based on what I'm giving you here. So the first two, I mean, these are all L-shaped buildings. The top two, we're going to do gables. And so what you have to do is you have to determine where the ridge is. So you need the center of that house, and it's a little hard to measure. You can measure if you want. A quick way to find the center of that thing is to line your scale across and find the midpoint of a measurement. And so that worked out really good there. And so I'm going to work off of my rule here. There's going to be my ridge. Now I don't know where it ends at yet because there's a valley that's going to join into it. And with roofs, as long as they are a standard typical roof with a slope equal on both sides, all hips and valleys are going to be 45 degrees. Man, I hit that pretty close, didn't I? Okay, and so there's my first one there. The ridge, the main ridge is on the main part of the roof, and then the gable comes off the front. This one over here, we're going to change it a little bit, and we're going to make the right side of the building the main ridge. And so we still need to know where the ridge is on the side. So I'm going to divide that in half. And I'm going to draw my ridge out. I don't know where it's going to end, so I'm going to draw that kind of long. And then I'm going to go 45 degrees for my valley. And if you notice, it's going to hit with that ridge because this portion of the roof is higher than this portion. So that is actually going to pop back up to there. And then it will pop back down, pop down. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Okay. And now I need to know this point back here. And then I'll bring that valley up to there. So this portion of the roof is actually taller than this portion, and so this plane would come up in a small V. It would make building it rather difficult, but in drawing it, that's how we would draw it out. Okay, with this one down here, we're going to do a gable with a hip front. Okay, and so we still need to know where the ridge is, but because we're dealing with a hip, on the front, I can go ahead and draw my hip line up and then go to the other side and bring that hip up. Now I'm also going to have a valley there. And a valley coming down on this side. So when you're dealing with roofs, you have to think of three-dimensional planes that you're putting together because these things have height to them that's not shown in a 2D drawing. But you have to think about how they come up and how they intersect. Okay, our one on the right here, we're going to do a hip on the rear, but a gable on the front. Okay. So we'll start back here. With some hips. And we'll have a hip back here. All right, now our front is a gable, so I need to know where the center of that is for my ridge. And that's a weird number, so I'm going to do the divide by 2 again. Okay. And I have a valley that's going to come in and intersect right there. And I have this plane over here, which is all the same slope. So these two will join together right there. And then, of course, the ridge for the hip is right there. Okay, so we got the same building footprint, but 4 different roofs going here. So that's what you're going to do on this worksheet. I'm going to pause this video and start another one for the other 2 worksheets.